Yo, are we live, folks? Are we live? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What up, people? It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live, officially live, coast to coast. Welcome to the first ever episode of It's Too Early for This podcast. Now, I really wanted to title it Too Early for This Ish podcast. Everyone knows what ish stands for, all right? You don't have to have hood ebonics to figure out what ish stands for, but it's too early for this podcast. Now, I'm going to have the official uh, logo and banners for Too Early for This podcast, but I decided to go ahead and break down and do this live officially. You know what you got to do. Hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Share this with your friends, family, and followers. If you want to support the Don Squad movement, hit that join membership button. Membership has its privileges. All right. Now, this may be a little too early to watch this or listen to this live, but you do have the chance and the opportunity to watch this broadcast throughout the day. All right. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say it's probably a little too early for a podcast. I know a lot of people out there around this particular time. You guys are busy, mad busy. You're going to work. You're going to church. You're going to school. You're going to some type of event. All right. But nevertheless, I'm the best. I do want to say be careful out here. And particularly being careful, let's talk about what's going on in these social media streets, particularly these YouTube avenues. All right. So I got a couple of topics. The first topic we're going to talk about and discuss is if you're a fan of Mr. Organik or if you're a hater of Mr. Organik, I don't know which side of the fence you're on, but nevertheless, you're on one of those sides. You're going to have to pick a struggle, all right? Mr. Organik's recent video, he decided to buy a slingshot. Now, for those who've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. I know a lot of you guys are saying, what in the hell is a slingshot? Okay, I've heard of Sling TV, all right? But I never heard of a slingshot. So a slingshot is a three-wheel vehicle. It's a cross between an ATV, motorcycle, and if you want to elaborate and go into the extent of car, go right ahead. But I feel like it's more of a combination. It's a collaboration of an off-road vehicle, a four-wheel off-road vehicle, and a motorcycle. Okay, that's the best description I can give it. All right. So, Mr. Organik recent video, which premiered yesterday, he talked about how he's going to invest in a slingshot. He wanted to be the first YouTube content provider to do content pertaining to the slingshot. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's other channels out there that do that have slingshots, that do vlogs around their slingshots. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't think it's a demographic that has not been discovered, but I do feel like it's a demographic that's really not oversaturated. Now, Mr. Organik is taking a hiatus on the cars, buying cars, upgrading cars, and doing his vlogs around the cars and things of that nature. I feel like that market has extremely been oversaturated. When an ideal's been oversaturated, when Kylie Muscle gets into the car game. All right. Now I feel like 3 years ago, business was booming in the open market when it comes to car reviews and upgrading your cars and putting wraps on your cars. But, everybody is doing it. your mom, your grandpa, your mammy, your pappy, every content provider in these YouTube streets, particularly social media, everybody is doing that type of content, doing content around their cars. And I feel like it's an oversaturated market. And, I've definitely the ones who been very successful with it, like Mr. Organic, Tall Guy Review, as a cast of others, they have been feeling the pinch. It's just extremely oversaturated. Everybody's doing content around it. And when you're a content provider trying to find this way, find this niche, particularly satisfying your subscribers, your viewers, okay, you're going to have to embed other things to your YouTube channel. And Mr. Organic has been exploring, okay? He's, he's, revamping, and if you want to say relaunching King of Downtown. I thought the King of Downtown videos are good, but maybe Mr. Organic thought that they was going to make these big time numbers. Particularly, his subscriber base has been demanding for him to bring back King of Downtown, even when he was on his tippity toe top, doing the cars and the car reviews and the upgrades and things of that nature. People were still, even at that particular time, was asking Mr. Organic, yo, won't you bring back King of Downtown? I thought it was good for some fresh, a different content. But knowing Mr. Organic, he probably thought that he was going to do big time numbers with the King of Downtown. He introduced a lot of Instagram models. The reason why I call it Instagram, you guys know it satisfies the thirst of you thirsty mofos out there. All right. So Mr. Organic, is doing the King of Downtown. The King of Downtown numbers are probably not to his liking, and now he's just searching and finding how to keep his subscriber base and his viewerships happy. All right. He did King of Downtown, collaborated with some Instagram models, as well as doing the toy collection game, buying models, expensive toy models and replicas and things of that nature. Guys, if you've been following me, I've been saying that I don't understand why he's collaborating the toys, the arcade games with King of Downtown, because it really wasn't a perfect match. It was more like oil and water. I understand in retrospect, what he was trying to do, but I just thought that if he still wanted to do the arcade game, buying arcade games and toys and statues and things of that nature, he should just keep that in his vlogs and separate it from the King of Downtown. But it's his it's his YouTube channel, is his content. You can't really tell somebody how to do their own content, but I'm just giving you my thoughts and my opinions about it. And I just don't think the King of Downtown numbers are to his liking. Okay. Now, his recent King of Downtown, I thought he did good numbers. All right. But like I said, knowing Mr. Organic, it didn't do what he wanted to do. And it doesn't necessarily mean Mr. Organic is abandoning the ideal of still doing King of Downtown. I'm pretty sure he's going to do another video of King of Downtown. But Mr. Organic also has last week did a couple of videos with Tall Guy. Tall Guy Review made his came back from his hiatus, particularly exclusively only doing content for Love and Slim. I thought, bringing him back, collaborating with Tall Guy, they have the best of best chemistry. These guys are friends. I thought that was pretty decent. But after a couple of videos, I really it really didn't do the numbers. And knowing Mr. Organik, now I don't know Mr. Organik personally, but he wants to do big time numbers. It's obvious. You can just check his social media handles, his social media profiles. He's always talking about it, always trying to do bigger and better, trying to elevate it and understand where he's coming from. But uh, a lot of the content that has been premiering on Mr. Organik's YouTube channel, a lot of people want to say it's garbage. A lot of people think it's trash juice, but he is definitely there is a demand for that type of content, but I don't think it's going to do phenomenal numbers because you've been there, you've done that. Okay, so I think real true Mr. Organik fans, even though they're going to watch the content, I just don't think the content is going to make that type of numbers when you already been there, done that with King of Downtown, when you already done that with the car reviews and upgrading the cars, putting wraps on the cars and things of that nature. You tried your hand in the toy collection, the toy model game, the statue game. That ain't necessarily working. Okay. So Mr. Organik is basically just reaching for different ideals to add something. But I really do think the channel needs I really do think Mr. Organik channel needs something fresh for his channel, something different. And that's why you're starting to see him collaborate more with Tall Guy Review. I told you guys in a previous video that I feel like Mr. Organik is going to do more collaborations with Tall Guy. Tall Guy's coming from his YouTube hiatus. I'm pretty sure that only means that Tall Guy's going to come with more content. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. It is raining in my city. All right. I'm close to my patio. I'm enjoying the scenery. Okay. But it is raining. So I do apologize. All right. If you hear some noise in the background, that's what it is. All right. But nevertheless, I digress. Yeah, he's going to do more collaborations with Tall Guy. But I feel like at the end of the day, definitely at the end of the day, he needs some fresh new concepts, some fresh new ideals to get newer subscribers, people who are not familiar with Tall Guy Review. And I feel like Tall Guy Review is just reaching and trying to do different things. That's why I also made a video talking about Tall Guy Review and Mr. Organik is back in the podcast lab again. They're going to do Off the Move podcast. Now, I'm not a huge follower or a listener to their podcast, but I told you guys in retrospect what I thought about their podcast. I feel like these are intriguing, interesting guys. I feel like people really gravitate to Tall Guy and Mr. Organik because they want to watch or listen to their lifestyle. People are subscribed to these individuals, these content providers, these social media influencers because of their lifestyle and their surrounding. However, when you do a podcast, and I said this in a video, you have to multitask. You have to be pretty good in other areas. And I just don't really think Tall Guy or Mr. Organik is extremely knowledgeable about the tech world, the gaming world, celebrity news, celebrity gossip. You got to keep it fresh and keep it funky. If you want to do a podcast, you have to be pretty decent in other areas. You just can't just do a podcast for 40 minutes to 2 hours talking about yourself. Okay. Only there's a few out there that can do that, like the Joe Rogans, the Joe Buttons, the DJ Academics, but those individuals can integrate other categories and other topics pertaining what's going on in the hip hop culture or the social media genre or just news, culture news in general. I do feel like those individuals can do it, but not so much of Tall Guy Review and Mr. Organik. All right, I just don't feel or see them being extraordinary good in the podcast. Plus, in the podcast market, in the podcast landscape, that's an oversaturated market. Everyone has a podcast. I talked about this and discussed this in my video. Your mama, your daddy, your grandpappy, everybody got a podcast. I got a podcast. Okay. Which, by the way, let's do a quick plug for I'm Chris the Don One podcast. It's on Spotify, iTunes. It's on all your applications that have a podcast format. Feel free to subscribe. But I just don't think Tall Guy and Mr. Organic is completely interesting, not knowledgeable, but interesting in other attributes besides themselves. Okay. So I wish him the best of luck. Mr. Organic has also done a live stream. His live streams are basically promoting voting new, voting new, voting new. He also did Off the Move podcast live on his own channel. He was trying to be savoir faire debonair. It and visually I can see it, but when people subscribe to podcasts, they're not subscribing to a visual podcast. They're subscribing to listening to a podcast, and I just don't think even though I don't think Mr. Organic's charisma, his savoir faire, Mr. Organic, the character visually can translate and transcend into the podcast format. All right. A podcast listener is different from a social media follower or a YouTube viewer. Okay. That's just my opinion. But yeah, that's all the news on Mr. Organic. He's investing in a slingshot. He claimed that he wants to be the first content provider to do content around a slingshot, upgrading it and things of that nature. Wish him the best of luck, but I just feel like he's going to be doing something else later on in his channel, and he's going to give up on the slingshot. You may see the slingshot a time or two here and there, but he's not going to exclusively make content for this slingshot. Okay. Now, in other news, Omi on the Hellcat, Omi in the Hellcat, however you want to say his name. You guys know I butcher names on a constant, consistent basis. Had a life, when you are, look here, when you're in your 30s, you're trying to figure out ways to keep your youth, all right, or keep trying to keep being trendy. And Omi in the Hellcat thought that, it would be a good idea to color his hair. All right. This fool done colored his hair. All right. Omi in the Hellcat. He looked like he done dipped his whole head in a box of crayons. And it's this paisley colored pink. I guess Omi in the Hellcat is trying to do his best interpretation of Cisco and of the lead singer of Drew Hill. He's trying to get his Dennis Rodman on. This man trying to get his Chris Brown, get his Chris Breezy on. This man is, decided it was a great idea to change his hair color. Okay, I thought that was kind of weird. Look, have nothing against that. If Omi in the Hellcat feels like that's going to, a lot of people are going to gravitate, that gains him a lot of attention, fine, feel free, do you. But I just don't. I just don't see how this translates into you being irrelevant in these social media streets, okay? Particularly in these YouTube avenues. I just, look, if he wants to do that, fine, go right ahead. But, if you're going to change your hair color, at least try to change it to a popular color, all right? A lot of people feel like there are a lot of better colors to change your hair into. Besides that paisley looking pink, it really did not look good on Omi and the Hellcat. And, this comes on the heels of Omi and the Hellcat. He's going through some things, okay? He still has those legal battles, those legal issues. They have not went away or gone away. But, OMI and the Hellcat got a lot of fish. I mean, he's got a lot of issues that he has to deal with, as well as his shoe deal. A lot of people thought that he's copying a lot of iconic shoe brands to make his shoe deal. Ooh, it's getting hard. I'm gonna have to move this podcast. It's gonna be hard to move this podcast away from the window. All right. I set up all my equipment to do it here, but hey, look, the show must go on, folks. The show must go on. All right. So, OMI and the Hellcat wanted to change his hair. Looked like he dipped his head in a box of dead salmon. Looked like he done dipped his head in some bad flour. Looked like he done dipped his head in some not completed paint, not developed paint. Okay, and he's got this pasty colored pink. It's not even a pleasing pink. All right, I'm not a huge fan of pink, but I know there's some other colors of pink that I would have recommended for OMI, but he chose that pink. I guess he wanted to be different from the rest, okay? But OMI and the Hellcat changed his hair, changed his hair color. It's like this. You're trying to stay young, and guys, we've been there, done that. When you get like 30, when you're in your middle 20s, you feel like you're a lot older than you were when you're 18 and 19, and to stay hip in the hip crowd, he thought it was a great idea to change his hair color. But hey, that's only that's his issue. I feel like it's not a real good color, all right? But I digress. Okay, so that's all the news I got on OMI and the Hellcat, all right? In other news, Sister T and Damn D. Holy, Damn D and Sister T. Jesus Christ, all right? Let's break it down, all right? Let's just break it down from the beginning, okay? Of this beef war, okay, of the war of words between these two individuals, all right? So, Damn D Live is a reaction channel. He's also a review channel. He talks about the latest news and gossip, as well as what's going on in these YouTube streets, all right? So basically, he's been collaborating with Kwame Brown. He's on a good standing with Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown said that, you know what, I like Damn D so much, I'm going to allow him to react to my videos. If he wants my full videos on his channel, he gave him the blessing. He gave him the Godfather blessing, all right? I feel like there's only 3 people that has that ability to do reactions on Kwame Brown's video. And it's Damn D Live, is Carcino for Life, okay? I believe it's Gems from Kwame Brown, and I feel like there's another person. But anyway, I think that's where the issue lies between Sister T. I think Sister T is taking her frustrations out on Damn D Live because Sister T has been heavily invested in Kwame Brown. She's been more invested in Kwame Brown than Damn D Live. Plus, Sister T believes in the cause, believes in the fight, believes in the struggle with we the people. She has been a true blue supporter of Kwame Brown. And Damn D Live just came from the background, and all of a sudden, Kwame Brown himself gave Damn D Live the blessing to react to his videos. He's not going to strike down Damn D, and they have a great collaboration with one another. And Damn D Live can break down a lot of things that Kwame Brown says through his live stream. So I recommend you guys to subscribe to Damn D Live and also subscribe to Kwame Brown Busted Life YouTube channel. If you don't have time to watch 2 hours of Kwame Brown, just go to Damn D Live and just watch the video. And he basically tied in a pretty bow and tell you exactly what Kwame Brown said in that hour, 2 hour, 3 hour live stream. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. And I feel like that was the beginning stages of Sister T having an issue with Damn D Live. All right. Uh, and it just multiplied into a frustration with Damn D Live. So it I can see a taste of jealousy. I think Sister T is a little jealous of Damn D Live. Damn D Live is getting all this attention from Kwame Brown, and she just has an issue with them, and that's where it started. And then Sister T started saying a lot of things about Damn D Live. Now, Sister T did initiate this beef war. All right. It's like Russia and Kuwait. All right. Uh, but look, it's like this. Um, Sister T started this beef, and Damn D Live defended himself. He added to this beef. All right. Now this beef has reached a new low. Just when you think you can't limbo any lower, this beef has reached a new low. All right. Now I will say this, okay, to add substance to this. All right. Even though Sister T started this beef, all right, Damn D Live, you did start calling Sister T Mr. T. Started saying Sister T's got a 12 o'clock shadow. You started the narrative of Sister T is a he, she, a man disguised as a woman in a petite body, wearing a wig, having a 12 o'clock shadow. Now you started that, all right, my guy. You started that, okay. You started this. Is Sister T really a woman? And then you went as far as is Sister T even married? All right, Sister T talking about she's always married. We don't see her husband. Okay, but you know, every time Sister T uploads a video, it's about Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Damn D Live, Kwame Brown. I mean, she just jump roping between these two guys. Okay, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Kwame Brown, Damn D. Okay, it just hopscotch. Okay, off of two individuals, but you know, the reason why she's doing more content about Damn D Live, of course, there's a beef, there's an issue between those two guys, all right? And even though Sister T started this beef, Damn D, you did start the questions out there in the atmosphere, throwing questions in the atmosphere of, is Sister T even a she? Is she a he, she? Is she a male in a petite woman's body with a wig? Now you did all that, okay? Let's just call it this. Let's call this beef. Let's call it and give it a fair one, all right? So now Sister T has introduced a lot of videos questioning Damn D. Talking about Damn D is trapped in the closet. Damn D. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. We're just going to have to move along with it. I can't move the equipment. Sorry about this. All right. Talk about Damn D is trapped in the closet. Talking about Damn D is Denise D. Damn Denise. Okay. I mean, all types of stuff. Questioning his gender, questioning who he likes in relationships, this, that, and the third. Okay, now all of this is allegedly. Okay, I'm only spewing what comes out of these content providers' mouths. I'm not co-signing. I'm not sponsoring. I'm not saying this is official. This is legit. I'm just telling you guys what these two content providers are saying about each other. All right? Okay? So, it's going a back and forth of, is Damn D Live? Is he does he got a little sis in him? And Sister T, is she really Mr. T? All right, and they're going back and forth. Man, holy, this has really changed and turned more personal. Okay, and look, I'm all for the smoke. Okay, I'm all for being entertained for a little beef, okay? I was thoroughly impressed in the beginning stages of this. I had my popcorn. Get your popcorn ready. I had my great Kool-Aid. Just, just enjoying the ambiance of this beef. But I will say this beef has turned much more personal, much more serious. And I just know I can't co-sign to where this beef is going. I feel like cooler heads are going to prevail. I feel like this. I feel like there should be a referee between Damn D Live and Sister T. Maybe Kwame Brown, even though Kwame Brown has publicly said that, look, I'm not in anybody's other beefs. Okay, I got problems of my own. Y'all figure out how to solve your problems. But somebody's going to have to be the middleman. Get these two get these two on an understanding level. Look, just because you got issues with Damn D Live, you shouldn't have to take it there. And yeah, and Damn D Live, I know, you're just only reacting to Sister T, but sometimes, that you just gotta let cray craze be cray craze. All right. You just gotta let crazy people just be crazy people. All right. I just feel like Sister T got a couple of screws loose up there. She's a fry short of a Happy Meal. I just think there's a lot of questionable things around Sister T, mentally. Okay. I'm not saying that, she's DO9, but I am saying that, and the most important thing about Sister T, I feel like Sister T is a little thin skin. Okay, just a little thin skin, a little tiny thin skin. All right. Speaking about Sister T, is Sister T catching feelings for Kwame Brown? Holy, oh my God. Is Sister T catching feelings for Kwame Brown Bus Life? Now, allegedly, let's say the word allegedly, and this is coming from Damn D's own reporting, but he believes that Sister T is catching feelings for Kwame Brown. All right. Now, if you're asking me, I don't know. I really don't know Sister T personally. I don't know Kwame Brown personally. And when you go into matters such as this, you kind of want to have an understanding about the two individuals, okay? All I know is these two individuals are content providers in these YouTube streets. That's as far as I can co-sign, all right? But anything other than that, I don't know, all right? But I do feel like if this is a catch a feeling type of issue, it's more so Sister T uh, promoting this energy than Kwame Brown. All right. Now, personally, I don't think Sister T has a crush on Kwame Brown or Sister T is catching feelings for Kwame Brown. I do feel like Sister T is a huge supporter of Kwame Brown, very passionate to the We the People movement, and that's it. Now, sometimes she invests a lot of things in proving how supportive she is to Kwame Brown and We the People. All right, and it can look like that maybe she got feelings for Kwame Brown, but I don't think she has feelings for Kwame Brown. Okay, now I do make some content, embellishing it a little bit, making some comedic skits, but on real talk, I don't think there's anything between Sister T and Kwame Brown. All right. I just don't think it's like that. And if it is to that level, I think that energy is going to be more promoted for Sister T's side than Kwame Brown. All right. I think Kwame Brown likes her as a person, likes her as a follower, a sponsor. Okay. But sexually, nah, I don't think Kwame Brown is looking at her that way. And, Sister T, I don't think Sister T is looking at it that way, but I don't know. All right. I don't know. But I will say, I don't know these two guys personally, but if I have to put the blindfolds on and throw a dart a dart in the dark, I'm just going to assume that this is more of a collaboration between content providers. Nothing more, nothing less, of course. All right. So that's all the news I got considering what's going on in these YouTube streets. I will remind you folks, feel free. I got a lot of content on the channel. I did an update on Carmel Kitten. All right. Now, for those who've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Carmel Kitten used to be the queen of the twerkers. Back when the twerking was on and popping, before it got oversaturated, before twerk teams and other personalities doing twerking. All right. But Carmen, I'm about to say Cardi B. I'm sorry, folks. I got Cardi B on the mind, okay? But Carmel Kitten, I did a video about Carmel Kitten about a year and a couple of months back. And that video was extremely popular. But people in the comment section saying I should do a review, an update on Carmel Kitten about whatever happened to her. I want to be truth be known, folks. Go check out the video. It's gonna be uploaded later on this week. But truth be known, Carmel Kitten is still in these social media streets. Maybe not as popular as she once was, but she's definitely still doing. I think she's doing a lot of live streams and videos on applications that may not be as popular as Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think she got banned from a lot of those applications. She's been shadow banned from a lot of those. Now, and also another thing that really hurt Carmel Kitten's brand is a lot of people taking her name and making fake profiles and fake accounts. And now you got all these people subscribing to these accounts thinking it's the real Carmel Kitten, but it's not. All right. I feel like that's another reason. I think those are the two reasons why Carmel Kitten isn't flourishing in these YouTube streets like she once was. Okay. Her reign in those YouTube streets back in the day was phenomenal. Not so much now. And I feel like that's why she's on other applications that may not be as popular as YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever. But, a girl got to hustle, all right? A girl got to hustle, all right? But go check out that video. It's going to be uploaded sometime this week. Hit the subscription button, the notification bell. You'll be notified on each and every video that's going to be uploaded this week. Also, yesterday I uploaded a video about Jay Morrison and Tony the Closer. Okay, the lead attorney had an exclusive interview with Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison, it was interviewed by the lead attorney, and then Tony the Closer hit the link. Now, the lead attorney sent Tony the Closer a link, so Tony the Closer can also tell his side of the story the second time around. The first time around, it didn't look good for Tony the Closer. He basically, the second time around, a lot of your questions, he answered some of the serious questions, but not all of the questions. And the lead attorney, Jay Morrison's wife, including Jay Morrison, was not too pleased that, you're going to add Tony the Closer on that live stream, and you promised them that they would that live stream was going to be more dedicated to them and telling their side of the story, since Tony the Closer had an opportunity on a previous live stream of the lead attorney. Now, the lead attorney went to his community tab and he apologized to Jay Morrison and his wife, and he's going to re-edit that live stream and take Tony the Closer portion out of that live stream. And like I told you guys in that video yesterday, you'll still see the Tony the Closer second time around interview, but that's going to be on a different video. He's going to separate the two. And I feel like that's fair, even though you did promise Jay Morrison and his wife that they was going to have this live stream so they can tell their side of the story. All right. But it is what it is. When you're a content provider, and then sometimes things don't happen the way you want things to happen. All right. Sometimes you'll do a live stream having a one-on-one interview with somebody, and then their adversaries see the interview, see you on live, and then they want to say their side of the story. Sometimes you have to be an impulse content provider. Somebody you gotta say, hey, look, this is going to make this live stream extremely big. All right. And sometimes you don't really follow or think things through on how you initially started the live stream. All right. So yeah, that video is up right now. You guys go check it. All right. And yeah, that's all I got for this particular podcast. It's too early for this ish podcast. I really do like to thank the people that have came in through the live portion. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate the people that also share this with their friends, family, and followers. Hit the subscription button, the notification bell. I really do appreciate that. Now, for the rest of the viewers that's going to watch this as a video, feel free to hit the subscription button, notification bell, comment in the comment section. Let's chop it up there. And also want to say, I want to once again apologize to the comment section. Tipped me off on this when I did the first video between Tony the Closer and Jay Morrison. I misspoke and gave you some misinformation, even though I cleared it up in that same video. I said that Tony the Closer is suing Jay Morrison, but in actuality, Jay Morrison was suing Tony the Closer. Sometimes your tongue moves as fast as your brain cells. Pause. All right. I did clear up that correction later on in that video, and yesterday's video, I still apologize, and I gave you the factual information in that video, and as well as in this live stream, I'm still falling on the sword. That was totally my bad. I knew exactly when I first said it what the truth was, but sometimes you get too hyped, too excited, and things just happen. Okay, things just happen. All right. So my apologies. It is what it is. But anywho, go check out the content later on this week. I got content about Mr. Organik. Mr. Organik's I got some content about Mr. Organik giving Tall Guy Review a chain. And I did some research behind that. I want you guys to go check that out. And also, Carmel Kitten, go check out that update. That's going to be a classic update. Sister T and Damn D Live. The saga continues. The battle continues between these two intellects. Okay, so go check that out as well. All right. Now, a lot of people were hitting me up on social media going like, man, why are you doing your videos extremely early? Okay. That's why I labeled this podcast Too Early for This Podcast. Okay. One, on Mondays, a lot of content providers have live streams in the afternoon. So you have to look at it this way. Do you want to start the live portion early where people can watch it throughout the day, or do you want to start your live stream in the afternoon and people will watch it the next day? All right. So I said to myself, it's just best for me to start this super early. I do apologize for the noise in the background. Next Monday, these are all going to be Monday, by the way. Next Monday, we're going to do a lot. We're going to do a lot better on the next early one. All right. We're going to have the equipment set up a little bit better. Like I had it close to my window. I knew it was going to rain, but I didn't think it was going to rain like that. I do apologize from the bottom of your boy. Hey, look, it is what it is. Sometimes technical difficulty, when God intervened, look here, you can't figure out what God's going to do. All right. Okay. It just happens. Well, I wouldn't say God. I wouldn't blame it on God. It's more so Mother Nature. Mother Nature acts on her own time and her own schedule. All right. But I really do appreciate everyone that's checked out the live. Like I said, if there's a huge demand for you guys for me to do it in the afternoon, I mean, an extremely huge demand, particularly if y'all hit that join membership button, we'll change the time. But I felt like around this time is the best time. Around this time is the best time. Too early for this podcast. Guys, hit the comment section. Share this with your friends, family, and followers. Hit the subscription button as well as the notification bell. We'll be back better than ever next Monday morning for Too Early for This podcast. I really want to make it Too Early for This ish podcast. All right. But, nevertheless, I'm the best. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. And I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. I'm up out of here. I will see y'all later on this afternoon with a new video, 4 p.m. EST. All right. So be on the lookout for that video as well as this live stream. I'm up out of here.